Yo, what's good, gang? I just passed my 100K challenge. So in this video, we will be discussing about the challenge, how I passed it, what was the risk parameters, the best trades, the bad trade, and yeah, man, pretty much the strategy. And maybe it can be a little bit a longer video, like 10 minutes or something like that, like 50 minutes. So let's just dive into the video, guys. I'm not gonna be wasting much time, just gonna do it in one shot. I don't edit my videos and things like that. So let's go just account metrics alongside. I think I'm gonna open the broker, or we can just stick with this metrics like trading history, right? So we don't care about that, anyways. So just passed it in about like 5 days. It is 4 day. I don't know why it is 4 day. I started on Monday, started it on 6th, finished it on the 10th. So going to the trading history, all right, I'm gonna load. I took a lot of trades because I was scalping. We will come to that, the strategy part, no problem. Okay, so yeah, many people just made the challenge video and that's all right. Like they passed it, how they passed it. I mean, that's bullshit, man. Fuck that shit, man. That's bullshit. So here we'll be discussing about strategy, the psychology, and everything like that. I don't know why they make a video. What's the purpose of that, bro? What's the purpose of the video, man? You fucking passed the challenge, or you were just posting, you're just showing off you passed the challenge? Tell the audience what was the strategy, how you passed it, your risk parameters, and the good things, man. What the fuck? Like how much you risk, like best setup and things like that. So first day was disaster. I lost like 4.2K. All right. Why I lost it? I wouldn't say I was revenge trading. Maybe my bias was really wrong. And why I lost it, my risk was a little bit higher. I was risking like 2% maybe. So that's why I lost a lot of money on that day. All right. And second day, I made like 6K. Beautiful day. All right. So I'm going to show you my best trade. We will come to the strategy, no problem. All right. And the third day was a decent day. This was the best trade, like made like 5 grand here. And yeah, this was the worst trade here for a GBP. Man, yeah, lost almost like 2.5% here. Okay, and there we go, lost it pretty much like then I was not risking like 2.5%, 2%. I was risking like less. And then we go and then we pass it. All right. So this was about the challenge. Now let's come to the risk parameters. Normally, you have to really understand about this part. All right. My strategy is like 10 pip strategy. I was following 10 pip strategy, which was scalp. All right. If the candle closed above, all right, and I'm expecting the candle to respect this low and to continue to the upside. Now, my risk can be I was using like static lots. Even it can be 20 pip stop loss, 25 pip stop loss. I was using 20 lots. Why I was using 20 lots? Because I'm like there is very high probability price can at least give me 10 pips, or if the price closed like let's say it closed bearish like here, right here, somewhere like here, then I might can close the trade. All right. If it didn't give me a chance, it's just completely can be a stop loss. Yes, I accept it. All right. But main part is I expect that winners is gonna be a little more than the losers, because 10 pips is very familiar. Like we can get 10 pips. Let's say I sell right here, all right, at the break of this low, keeping my stop loss just above this high, which is what? Stop loss is like 40 pips. In this case, I won't be going for 20 lots. I may can go for the 10 lot. All right. Now 10 lot stop loss is like 4,000. Maybe I can close a little bit somewhere around here, or maybe I can take a full hit. Of course, it can happen. I understand, but I accept the risk and I trust my strategy, and I believe like winners can be little more than the losers. Not little more, I would say winners can be like more than the losers, like more than the losers. What I mean by that, I'm not talking about 60% win rate. I'm not talking about 65. I'm talking about 70 to 75 to 80% win rate here. All right. How you can achieve that? You really have to see the things. And yeah, man, like suppose I took the trade right at the break of this. I'm expecting volume to give me 10 pips, and it's gold, so it's very easy. All right. So yeah, so I was scalping the breakouts, fake outs, and I think I did took this trade. I don't know, maybe. So yeah, so that was my strategy. I was just taking the breakouts and things like that. So today I did took this trade right here. I bought it right at the break of this. 6 lot was there, gave me 10 pips. Yeah, gave me 10 pips, and I just secured the profit. Eventually it got like 30 pips, but I just needed 10 pips. Now here my stop was not so wide. My stop was, I think, below this 15 minutes, which was 35 pip at this point. I was like, if price closed somewhere around here, I will close the trade. Okay, but if it did continue, it will give me a little more. Okay, so yeah, uh, yeah, guys, this is the volume based strategy. You really trust the volume to give you 10 pips. Yeah, so here I trusted my shit, man, and like, yeah, it happens. And you can't really follow this strategy if you're new. You really have to be very precise about the entries. Like if you're taking the entries middle of the way, man, it's really tough. Okay. So yeah, risk parameters was sometime I was risking 3%, 2.5%, 2%, 1%. It was very, it was varying upon the setups, but I was just trusting the breakout and just trusting the volume. All right. At least it can give me 10 pips. Okay, let's just play this trade. So that's all. Yeah, here is the yeah. So now let's talk about the best trade, the 4,001, and the worst trade. This was taken on the 8th. Yeah, 8 on the gold, 8, 8, 8. Okay, I think here somewhere around here. Where is 8? Okay, I think this was the trade. Yeah. So what I saw price was rejecting this level. All right. As soon as price just broke this low, I placed my sells right here. Okay, stops was just above this, like 10 pips. All right, I placed 20 lots here, and I sold more right at the break, and it really just melted. I secured maybe somewhere around here. Now if you see my gain is like 20 pips. Yeah, maybe I secured like 25 pips based on that. 24, 23 pips, because I was just putting 20, I think 20 lots here. So secure maybe 24 pips right here. Look at the secure, why I secured it here. I mean, just completely got above. Why I secured it? Because it really came to some rejection area right here. All right, price rejected, failed, and then that's why I decided to close it. All right. I did took scaling right here. I was really afraid that I'm gonna take a hit, but eventually it did continue in my favor. So this was the best trade. All right. Risk was a little high, but yeah, just played out well, just understanding the candles and things like that. To be honest, this was safer entry right below this low, aiming for at least this area as a target for maybe like 15 pips. So this was a safer entry, guys. Stop was like almost like 10 pips. Beautiful. I would have thrown 20 lots here, to be honest. Would have secured a little bit at 10 pips or something, maybe. Yeah. So that was the trade. This is the 50-minute time frame right here. This was the trade. And yeah, guys, so let's talk about the worst trade. Worst trade was, man, it was Euro GBP. So what I did, yeah, it was right here, I believe. Let's go to the 30. Yeah. So I was like, man, this bias is bearish. So this was some kind of rejection area. Once price got here, I just simply sold it. Didn't wait for the candle rejection. I just sold it and just take a hit. It even slipped my stops a little bit. So that's why a little bit more loss than anticipated. So that was the worst trade. The takeaway from this is just wait patiently to print candles in your favor and then execute upon it. Execute upon it. Yeah, man. So now let's just talk about the verification. I'm gonna pause this here. So it is gonna pop up the account numbers. I don't really want to show it. So yeah, so let's, because I also have live here. All right, guys. So here, and if you're like, I can refresh it. Okay, it's not the screenshot. So I just passed the verification today. Okay, so verification was really good. I took a bunch of scalps right here, took a bunch of losses, but eventually made it back. As you can see, this was 6 lot 10 pips, and the 2 lot, okay, negative, 5 lot closer break even. Okay, 10 lot was aiming for 10 pips, but once I placed close, it gave me 6 pips, was moving widely. Okay, got 20 pips right here on GU. Let's talk about this trade. Let's talk about this one. Yeah, strategy was really rejection breakouts, whatever you can call it, man. So this was rejection area right here, all right? So bias was bullish for the day. If you go to the 15, okay, so price printed here, rejected. I took it right at the break of this high. This was kind of tricky trade. It's not the typical breakout, but I was just anticipating the volume to kick in, and it was also London Open. So that's why I played the trade here. I think I closed at 10 pips or something. Yeah, somewhere, actually 20 pips. It was 10 lot, right? So 20 pips. If I would have held it a little bit more, then my challenge would have passed in that trade only. So that's all, guys. It was beautiful, beautiful, man. Secured funding. My goal was to secure this funding. I also have live account, guys. So yeah, I definitely recommend my Forex fund. Never had a problem with the withdraw. Never had a problem with the withdraw, man. So definitely you can. This is my certificate for the previous account. So yeah, you can just. I would say my Forex fund is the best, man. FTMO is like expensive. My Forex fund, um, man, it's cheap and it's effective, and trading parameters are very good. Liquidity provider, it's also decent. You won't get slipped and things like that. Of course, if it's news, man, you're expecting that thing. So that's all, guys. We just passed it. Again, risk parameters, maybe yes, I was risking a little bit higher, but um I was just trusting the volume. Okay, and it's nothing bad here. Okay, once you've seen the things enough, you're comfortable. So that's all, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. Make sure to, if you're if you want to join any funding thing, definitely my Forex fund is the best. Never had any withdraw problem with the withdraw. That's all, man. That's all. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it right here. Take care. See you till the next.